Okay, good morning everyone. Just gonna do spark plugs on my 09 STI. There it is, very pretty. Forgive the noise, obviously it's springtime, there's a lot of birds around, they're happy. I mean, who couldn't be with these warmer temperatures? Okay, so first thing that you want to do for these spark plugs, I'm going to start on the passenger side, I don't know why. We have to take off these two pins, pull off the whole airbox, and then we got to get down in here and see there are those little coil packs connected to each of the spark plugs. You got to take each one of those off. On the driver's side, you have to pop off the battery and the air pump hose in there somewhere, and that is it. So let's get to it. Now this just pops right off like that. Put that in a safe location. As you can see by my last video, I did the snorkel delete on this car. There we are. No more white tank. Okay, so now to take off the airbox, you need to remove this bolt right in here, and there is another one here somewhere. I'll find it. Got my ratchet in here. Take off this bolt. So now we have to pull off the this sensor wire here. There we are. My absolutely filthy air filter, but don't worry, I've got another one coming in the mail. Just wait. That's right. Here's the other bolt. Right there. It's a little difficult to get at, but you can. There we go. So let me get into that and get that out. So I got it out. A little bit of struggling. Just as a note, for taking out, this bolt right here, let's focus in on that. For taking out this bolt, you need a stubby 10 mil. You can't use the long one that I was using earlier. It will not fit in there too easily. So, in here, there is the coil packs that attach to the spark plugs. I'm just going to take one off. I'm going to take them off, one each. I'm not going to take them both off at the same time. I'm going to take one off, do that spark plug, then I'll take that one off and take that spark plug off, so I can just keep track of things, make it easier for install. So let's take it off. This is a 12 mil bolt, so let's get that out. Okay, so there it is. That came out fairly easily. It's just one really long bolt here with a 12 mil. Again, use a stubby for it. Because you don't really have a lot of room to work in there. So now I'm going to work on taking out that spark plug. Okay, so I got the spark plug out. Bit of a pain in the butt. As you can see, pretty fouled. Pretty bad. My guess is that the original owner never did spark plugs on this car. So as you can see, I had to use one of the multi-directional bending thingamajiggers, whatever you call it, to get in there, because I don't have any different size extensions. I just have the one, so I had to use this and it worked well. So recommendation, have different size extensions, that'll do good. Okay, so let's grab the other one and put her in. Here's the new plug. I'm using the Bosch Platinum Plus 4. I had these in my original Subaru wagon. And I found that they were actually pretty good. They don't require any gapping, so they say. I never did gapping on the original one, and it seemed to work really well. So let's just put it in. So I'm just tightening it in by hand right now. You always want to remember either to have a torquing wrench or something that can measure that effectively. I don't have one, so I'm just putting it in by hand right now. Do not ever over tighten these things, because you can break the spark plug inside of the cylinder, and not inside the cylinder but inside of here, and you can be completely screwed. You are going to have huge problems. So all you have to do if you don't have a torquing wrench is just tighten it so it's snug. Don't ever over tighten it. Okay, so I got the passenger side all done. The second one in there required a little bit of squeeze and a little bit of moving around. Again, the shorter extensions are a very good idea to have. Just keep in mind when you're taking off the coil pack, just loosen it enough so that you can remove it by hand, because you will run into problems. You won't be able to get the bolt fully out with your socket on it, because there's probably only about 2 inches of space here. So just loosen it so it's loose enough that you can take it out by hand. So now I'm working on the driver's side. See, I've got the battery out, and I've already got this coil pack loose-ish. So this is the tube that has to come out. As you can see, it's blocking this coil pack a little bit. I'm going to see if I can maybe get away with not taking it out, but we'll see if I can maybe work around it. I don't know. Okay. You don't have to pull the bolt right out. This will just pop out. There we are. And it's a little bit of a tight fit here. So a little bit of rotating. And the air conditioner line's in the way. Okay, there we go. It's all out. You can see right in there. Maybe, I don't know. No? Alright. So now, these are 2 old spark plugs. As you can see, they are quite fouled. If your spark plugs ever get like this, sorry, I'm trying to focus. If your spark plugs ever do get like this, you want to change them as fast as possible, because they're pretty bad. There we are. Pretty fouled. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this one out. Okay, so the first, where is it? The first spark plug here is done. Now I gotta get to this one, which involves taking off this huge plastic piece, which, from what I hear, is actually not that bad. Okay, so I figured out how to get this off. There's this clamp right here at the top of the engine, and then down here there's a bolt. And you want to remove that bolt, and then this should, knock on wood, come right off. A little bit of twisting, a little bit of shouting, and it came right off. You just have to keep twisting it and rotating it, and you'll get it. So now we have the last spark plug to do. And it's just repeat the same steps. Take off the bolt, take off the coil pack, take out the spark plug, put it back in, and we're done.